All right. Hey, everyone. Let's get the show. Where's Vince? Oh, he's tying his shoelace.
I just took the turbo lift up.
Here's Vince. Hey, we are in the basement and Dana's basement, the legendary Dana Wagner's legendary basement that he built with his own hands, and in the basement of the house that he built with his own hands. Hope everyone's doing great on this Friday evening. I am Alec Peters, and I am here with Vince Canlas, our new Commander Tanaka, and of course, Dana Wagner, architect of the new improved USS Ares bridge, which is looking amazing, if I do say so, for Dana.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. Let's see where we go. Oh, for some reason, there's no one watching it. I hope it launched correctly. But hey, Jim K, how is everyone? Hold on one second. We're just going to check here because Alexander's saying. Yeah, let's see. We're just checking. There might be a problem with. Facebook here. All right. Anyway, you can figure it out. Everyone knows where we are on YouTube. So there's one of our donors. So there you go. So we're here in Dana's basement drinking either beer or in my case, Mike's Hard Lemonade. What kind of beers we got? Yingling, and what do you got?
I got Basement IPA.
Basement IPA, okay. And then we got the most amazing pizza. This stuff is from Fratelli's. Where's Fratelli's?
Loganville.
Oh my God, you went to Alec picked it up on the way back. Okay, we're not anywhere near Loganville. That's like a good 25 minutes away. So, but Allie, Dana's wife, whose studio we used last year, she picked up a pizza on the way home. So if you see us eating and stuffing our faces and drinking, yeah, we're eating and drinking.
Delicious.
It's 7 o'clock.
Because we just wrapped.
And tell them what you just wrapped, because I had no part in that. You guys handled it. What did you do? What were you doing here, Vince?
I was here just for
Casing
the
the
pizza.
joint?
No. No, we just recorded the audio portion of the Tanaka's portion of the script.
The audio drama
of
the full script.
Right, that's correct, sir.
We got a lot of stuff this past week, huh?
Right.
We got Tanaka, we got Wagner, we got Korax, we got Arev. And we're about to get Sarah April.
Oh yeah,
because Crystal's going to record that, and so that's and whatever other characters we can find for
we
her.
got most of it's in the can.
Yeah,
I
so
think we're missing a few. But.
Yeah, we're rolling with that. So which is good because we were supposed to have a call last night with Matthew, the producer. Well, he didn't follow through. So anyway, so the audio drama is coming together, the film's coming together. LA shoot, we're starting Monday because I got so much work this weekend. Maybe I'll do a little work this weekend. We're going to start planning the LA shoot. It looks like May, and then we'll have to do one more day here in Atlanta for at least me.
Green screen for you.
Green screen for me. Maybe Mark Grovo might come at that point. So, but anything, if we have to have any pickups or anything, we'll do it then. So tell us. I mean, Vince. So you have to understand the story with Vince. Vince was the Afrosian. I should have B-roll here rolling of the Afrosian. You were the Afrosian back in 2019 and looked amazing. I mean, that was a great makeup job, and you looked marvelous.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It always helps to have that level of makeup to get inspired and motivated. I was deeply Afrosianized. Is that a word?
Well, it is now.
It is now, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Bush.
Yes. It was, she did a fantastic job.
You looked we were all blown away.
I was hoping to, revive that.
It's
role, but
yeah. Well, now the scene we shot this weekend happens before Lieutenant Hyrie, the Afrosian, ever comes on the Ares. So when James Liu couldn't come back to be on the bridge, I said, we were talking. I was like, what about, because I just seen a photo of you somewhere. I know what it was. I was casting the bridge, the background, and I was looking at my old photos, and your photo was there. I was like, oh, he kind of looks like,
Yeah.
I was like, well, maybe we'll get him, to be Tanaka on the bridge. The plan before Friday of last week was you'd be Tanaka on the bridge, and then James Lou come back, hopefully, because he's so in demand. And he just moved, James Lou just moved up to Canada, to Vancouver, right? So, and then Friday you were on the bridge and you're doing a great job. And I'm like, I'm just thinking, why don't we get Vince to just record Tanaka? And, because the problem was James may not even be available when we do the LA shoot. Oh, here we go. You send it to me on Facebook Messenger and I'll put it up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the photo of me and James side by side. It
Oh,
looked like we were separated at birth.
I have that photo. Yeah, I know I have that photo here. Let me hold on one second, everyone. That photo. Now I've got to remember where I put that photo, because that should be in Axanar January shoot.
Oh my God.
Let's see if we.
Can I text it to you?
I
have Facebook locked out of my phone.
Yeah, you can text it to me. I'll get it here.
Because you unfriended so many people.
No, I just don't let Facebook into my photo library.
You don't?
I do not, sir.
Oh man. I'm not saying you're paranoid, but oh yeah, here it is. Here okay, so here's this shot. So let's show the kind people this shot. And then there's Dana Wagner. All right, and then you couldn't crop it for me? Jesus Christ. Oh man, things I got to do for this crew. Okay, so first of all, here's the side by side. You see James Lou on the left and Vince Canlas on the right. So you can see, I'm not saying all Asians look alike, but you two guys are like, guys could be cousins.
Yeah, we definitely could. The only difference is I got a deeper V-neck than him. That's probably the only.
And you know why that is? Because the way the uniforms came from the manufacturer, they screwed up, and they were all crew necks like that. They weren't supposed to be. They were supposed to be V-necks. So this time, before the shoot last week, Karen Shuey, our seamstress, came up, and every guy she just V-necked the shirt. She just right there on the sewing machine did the V-neck. So that's why, and the V-neck looks much more, it looks so much better,
She's a pro.
So that's why you're replacing him. It's because of the uniform, not because of any.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Okay, so there's that. And then just to show you guys what Vince has previously done, the work previously done. Oh, where'd that go? I thought I opened that photo. So let me close this photo. Yeah. Oh, I know what it is. Open. Yeah, I have to open it with preview. There we go. So now I can show everybody. Now it'll be open. Okay. So there we go. And so there you can see Vince there, second from the left. And I wish I had a close up because it was just great makeup. And that was, and there you go. And that was, let me make sure I close the right bit. So that was 2009. So that was three years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. 3 years ago in this past October. So,
before I forget, does Hyrie have any lines in the audio drama?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Come on,
get back in there.
We'll be back.
Oh, good. And you're not going to eat this pizza.
No.
So yeah, there you go. We can have him do it, or we could have saved that for someone else. But I guess we can have him do it. Makes sense if he wants. But so anyway, so there you go. So we decided to ask Vince if he would come back the next day, and he has a listen. Tanaka in the 2 episodes has a lot of lines, and because there was a lot of stuff that was, well, it could be Garth or it could be Tanaka, and I just sloughed it all off on Tanaka because Garth has plenty of lines as it is, and I'm the opposite of the Hollywood divas. Like, I need less lines. Get rid of that stuff. So you got some of my lines. Karak's got some of my lines. And so you had a good chunk to memorize. Let me ask you this. How was it working with Ted?
Well, I've...
Because you didn't know Ted. See, Rob Pralgo and I had both worked with Ted previously.
Yeah, I had.
You knew him, though.
I knew him because I took one micro class with him. And he had great energy. His fundamentals.
Oh, he's really strong.
Oh yeah, he is so sharp and intuitive and can see right away your essence, and then he will just bring your performance up. Just slight tweaks, or he'll give you a suggestion that sets off a light bulb and go, oh my gosh, I didn't even think it to deliver it that way.
Yeah.
He was just spot on, so quick, and those adjustments were fantastic.
And he did, you know, Rob Pragos worked with him a few times. And the thing that Ted did last week was he had his script and he was prepared this time. And what Ted does is he looks at all the lines, especially in this format, right? Where we're not reacting to someone else, right? We're not sitting across another actor. So that tennis match, as we always say, isn't taking place. So what Ted does is Ted comes up with the question of which your line is the answer to.
Correct.
Right. And so which is the way to do it, not the way that was previously done. Although Christian did a great job back in Prelude to Axanar with it. The way it was done by the last guy was a little confusing. Ted's right on target. And what's interesting is when I watched Pralgo did it the way we used to do it in Ted's class. When I was in LA and I took Ted's class, he would say, you know, have you write down the question, or if you had a script, he would have you read the other person's line and then read your line. So that's kind of what. So you know, when Ted was feeding Pralgo the line, the line might be say the line. The question is, would the Enterprise be ready? Would the Constitution class be ready in time? And Pralgo's line might have been, no matter what we did, the Constitution class wasn't going to be ready in time. But what Pralgo did, because he's worked with Ted before, is Pralgo repeated Ted's question. And that's good. For some people, that helps them.
Kind of like a running start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So anyway, the fun thing of last weekend, even though I wasn't able to work with Ted directly, was watching him work with 4 different really, really good actors and see how each of them reacted. And of course, the choices you all made, because everyone chooses, you know, you've worked on it and you choose a way, and Ted helps you do it a couple different ways. So it was so much fun to watch you guys. I have always enjoyed when I did Prelude and when we did our when we worked last November with J.G. Hertzler, not a year ago, November, J.G. Hertzler and Rob Hayes and Raj Singh. You know Raj.
Yes,
Raj Singh.
Of course, yeah.
And Raj Kala. And was watching Ted work with everyone, watch all the actors. What are the choices they make? And then what are the adjustments Ted has you make? It was great. This time it was really wonderful. And, you know, this time also I was able, being the writer and being so familiar with this material, I would able to make a couple suggestions and Ted would have you guys do them. And everyone was such a pro. You were here doing the audio drama and you had a different experience. So tell everyone about the experience of doing the audio drama with all these great actors.
It was amazing. I mean, they came in and they nailed it. It was, you know, my approach, I think, is kind of the same. I listen and I let the actors do a few, get into the feel of the scene or the lines that they're doing. If I have a suggestion, I'll make it. But I like to capture a variety of stuff. But man, the girls that came in on Saturday were just amazing. And at one point I was doing a scene with Haley for Tara Wagner, and it got unexpectedly emotional. I actually had to stop the session twice.
Wow.
Wow.
Because you or her was unable to go on.
I was, well, she was pretty wrecked too. We were both pretty wrecked, but you know, the engineer usually doesn't stop the session.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, listen, it is, you know, Haley, and we chose Haley Leary, who portrays Wagner. She was, if you remember some of the stuff from the 2019 shoot, and you can sit down, Vince.
No,
if
no,
you want.
good,
You
good,
good?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Haley was the pilot on the Hercules, which is JG's ship, right? Travis's ship, and she was in the running for Korax. And I loved her performance. Her audition for Korax was fantastic. At the director at the time, long story, had a relationship with the other actress, and so really pushed for her. And Haley was just too young for Korax. That was part of, we needed, because Garth's older, we needed an older actress. So she was awesome. So I brought her on. I said, look, would you just come and be this pilot? She came, she loved it. She made a little, named her, made a little we worked on a little backstory for her. And we'll certainly have that, some of that stuff on the Blu-ray. But so I was struggling. Wagner was supposed to be a blonde. Just because Korax is brunette, and I just wanted a little contrast, and couldn't find a blonde actress who could do it. And then I was getting, and this is now, it's like Monday, Tuesday, and I'm like, we need to cast this. And I was like, and I just thought about Haley, and I was just like, I knew she could do it. I knew she's good. And so I called her up, and she said, yeah. And she said, yeah, I'm free. And yeah, so glad she did, because she takes direction really well, and I can't wait to hear the audio drama.
I mean, Adrian, to me, she was Korax. I was settling in. I got myself a glass of water, and I'm figuring, well, she doesn't know much about Star Trek or this story, and I'm going to try to give her some direction. I didn't have anything to give her. She came in with guns blazing. And she nailed it every time. And she gave me like 5 variations on the theme, which is what we try to do, because when you're recording isolated vocal tracks, you don't know what the context is until you hear it up against the other actor.
Right.
So it's nice to have a palette to choose from, so that you can go, oh, well, this actor's given us this, so we're going to put this performance up against that, so that it has cohesion. But man, she just felt Korax right off the bat. It was really uncanny. It was astounding.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear, because I can't wait to hear the scenes that she and I have together, but not together.
Right.
Like I wish it could have been here. I wish it could have, recorded. It'd been fun. So yeah, and then how was Tina? And then you had Tina.
Yeah,
as a rev.
Tina didn't have too many lines, but she sailed through hers pretty quickly too. It was really an easy and relaxed, fun day, especially after the day I had Friday. Saturday was like, oh, this is so great. You know what? I think I'm just going to do this from now on.
Yeah, there's that great photograph of you hanging over the console, and Haley like crossing her fingers because one of the monitors went out, right?
Well, yeah, it turned out.
Tell us what
it actually ended up being the video output of the Pi. The Pis never go bad, and all the time we've been working with them, I've had one go bad. The SD cards go bad all the time. But then there's 20-year-old monitors. There's SVGA cables. There's an adapter that goes from mini HDMI to SV. So there's like 6 things that could go wrong.
Right.
And the Pi the little green light was flickering like it was booting.
But they know what the Pi is?
Yeah. So a Raspberry Pi is a tiny little circuit board about this. It's basically a mini computer.
Yeah, it is.
Without all the accoutrement. And
so the thing acted like it was booting, and it was acting like it was booting. And finally, we had to rip a station out of Adrian's console. We had to rip one out of Fleet Ops and put it in tactical so they could keep filming. And I just took the whole mess back to the digital village and started troubleshooting.
And that's when you found out it was the Pi.
Figured out. So,
and now we're going to take a little break, and we're going to enjoy our pizza here. Okay, so I've got veggie. What do you have over there?
I got a little bit of everything. Meat lovers.
Chicken with broccoli and white
chicken.
sauce.
Fratelli's Pizza is so good.
Are they a sponsor? No.
They are now.
They could be.
They're the sponsor that we pay them to be able to mention them, I guess, as well as beer. Let's have here's a toast to Vince. Let's have a toast to Vince.
Thank you, sir.
Toast to Vince.
Session.
A great audio
Great
session.
company.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
listen, I can say this pretty much for every actor that we have on board. No, not pretty much. Every actor we have on board is someone you want to sit around and drink beer with, or have a hard lemonade, or whatever. I mean, we have such great people, and not just on the cast. I mean, the crew as well.
Yeah,
We
the
are-
little rap party we had the other night was great.
So much fun.
So many good vibes. It
That-
just
that
felt
kinda-
good.
That kind of helped with the performance. I think that chemistry right off the bat. I think people felt comfortable with each other.
Mhm.
Director Mark set the tone, relaxed, professional.
Mark is great. You know, Mark he's a very good he's a very good field commander. I mean, he comes in and he knows exactly what he wants. He's got everything scripted out, which is another wonderful change. You know, this time our crew knew exactly what they wanted. Everything, you know, the only, you know, realistically, the only variable was the Steadicam, and that wasn't, and it was because, like, for example, the red Komodo camera that we use. So red is one of the top cameras used by movie filmmakers, and the Komodo is their newest one. It is literally like this. It's tiny, right? It looks like an old Hasselblad one they took to the moon, right? It's that big. The lens is big. The lens weighs more than the camera, and so we had a full-on Steadicam operator, Vince, with a rig. His rig was like top of the line Steadicam rig, right? The red Komodo was too light for this rig. They've engineered it so well that the Steadicam rig is meant for a much heavier camera. So they spent a lot of time on Thursday adding weight and everything. But anyway, once they got on, you know, the challenge with the Steadicam is how the rig, he wears the rig, right? So it's like this big thing he wears, and it's got the big arm and everything. And maneuvering around that bridge for the shots that Mark wanted was a little taxing on Vince. And literally there were times where he was a big guy. He was like this big Viking guy from Denmark. And there were times you could tell that he was gassed, and he needed a breather, because you're moving around with this, I don't know, helmet, 100-pound or whatever it weighs. So maneuvering the shots in and out of the crevices, between consoles and upper deck, lower deck, it was a little taxing. So it took everyone a little while to get used to it.
Took a bit of choreography.
Yeah, some of the shots that Mark was orchestrating were long and a lot of movement in one steady shot, like more than you would typically see, I think.
Yeah, and that's the way, because we talked about that, keeping the camera moving and doing interesting different things that we don't usually see on a Star Trek fan film.
And that is for sure, because the stuff I saw was just...
Yeah, it was great. It was really interesting. So Vince, and so tell everyone. So first of all, how long have you been in the film industry?
My first film was with Chuck Norris in 1985.
Whoa!
Invasion USA.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Played a terrorist.
No.
Yeah. Believe it or not. And so, my car got towed. It was an overnight shoot. I get to my car at 5:30 in the morning. I thought I'd be slick, parked behind Houston's in the back corner.
Oh,
it wasn't there when I got there.
Oh.
So I had to take the MARTA train. I was too tired to take my wardrobe off. So I was still bloody. I was on the MARTA train all bloodied. Nobody bothered me.
Oh, because you look like a terrorist.
Oh, yeah. But 1985. So I've been at it since. Been fortunate to still work on the rig.
So tell us about, give us your IMDb. So tell us some of the movies you've worked on.
Just recently, like as of yesterday, I was on the sequel to The Exorcist, playing the psychologist who checks in the possessed little girl.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Now I know why
Why the camera?
No, we're on the wrong stream. We joined Starfleet Tactical Stream. Oh no! Well, you're all here already. This is going to screw them up. They're going to have to relist their stream. So sorry about that, Chief. So that's what it was, because we both scheduled at the same time. All right. Well, now you know.
So many fans.
Now you know. Sorry, guys, but that's what it is. So anyway, keep going. Tell us about your long story.
So the Exorcist sequel, Brainwaves, is going to be on Blumhouse.
Oh wow!
So
Okay.
I got to play psychologist. Got to do my own stunt. They had a stunt guy there, but I said, no. You know what takes me out of the story is when you clearly see that the stunt guy doesn't even look like.
Right.
This guy looked similar. He was no James Liu. He looked similar, but I thought, let me give it a go. So we had some stunt rehearsal, because when you're dealing with a possessed girl, she's going to have you slammed against the wall or something. So there was some wire work. I didn't get concussed, so that's a plus. I'm here and I'm speaking in complete sentences. So
for the most part, there was a couple tongue twisters in the book.
I think that was in the writing.
It could have been.
Kind of like Mammoth.
What was the most fun you've ever had on a movie set? What movie or TV show or project was the most fun you ever
I
did?
think it has to be this, because I've never done wire work before. You get the vest and you're strapped in, and they're very safe, those stun guys that doing the pulling and slamming you into the wall. But I don't say this because I'm here talking Axanar. The Star Trek set is so
Amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing. It really, it's mind-boggling how detailed, and Dana's work with the computers. You think, how detailed is it from seeing it just from the camera? But when you're right there in front of you, and it really helps with the performance where you can really see things happening. The detail in that bridge. So it's fun, not only because of the set, the costuming, the makeup, just the cast and crew gelling. That makes it fun. When the cameras stop rolling, you feel the camaraderie. It's just
we have a chill crew. I mean, listen, it's a Star Trek fan film. None of us are making money off of this thing.
Right.
It's a not-for-profit venture. It's done because we love it, right? And so if that's the case, well, you better love doing it. You better have fun. I mean, I mean, you're working, but you're an actor. You love what you do.
Right. You can't.
Right?
People say, "Oh, hey, that's great work." No, it was good play. To me, it's all about playing. Like you said, we like what we do, and then to boot, great costumes, realistic set, and excellent people to work with. It's just so much fun, and you make it so.
Yeah,
like Picard would say.
we all do. It's wonderful because our kind of core team, because Dana has his team who manage the studio, right? And Crystal's handling all the producing stuff. Especially on Friday, I was on set, so Crystal's doing all the producing, and she's running the studio. And then we've got on set, you got Jeff as our DP and Mark, right? And then we've worked with the sound guy before. We've worked with the DIT before. We're getting this with the makeup girl was our Renanda. And so you get this crew together, and you want to work with people you want to work with, right? And so we get this great crew that we know they're reliable. We know they're good at what they do. We know they're chill, and they're not going to be throwing temper tantrums. And
it's kind of a reunion.
Yeah, it's
everybody gets together.
It's like summer camp, right? It's Star Trek camp. We're going to Star Trek camp, right? And we do it with people we know, and I don't tell Mark how to direct, or Ted how to direct, or Jeff how to DP. That's not what I do. You know, they tell me go here and hit your mark and say this, and I'm going to go do it. And so everyone respects each other, and we're just having fun, right?
And it's top-notch talent.
Yeah.
Those production folk, deep knowledge in their
Yeah,
craft.
they're so good. I mean, you listened to Jeff's video today. You told me.
I did.
I'm listening, going, I have
And
no
for
idea
those
what
of
he's
you
saying.
Who are into the equipment, who are techies, could really appreciate his vlog.
Yeah,
It's impressive.
so I sent an email about that. So make sure you check it out. Yes, sorry everyone. Just if you're jumping in, I accidentally booted up the wrong stream. I booted up the Starfleet Tactical stream, and because I was in and out of it because we were trying to use my DSLR here in Dana's basement, and up until the last second, and we couldn't. So anyway, here. That's why we're here. So hello to everyone out there. I'm just going to scroll down here to see what hardware we'll use to. Okay, so Yannick, if that's your question, please. And let me put this here. The thing you need to do is everyone needs to be subscribed to the Axanar Newsletter down there. This morning, what we did was we sent out. We sent out a link to Jeff Fagan's video. He just released a video about how he shot this past weekend. What camera, why we used anamorphic lenses, what that means. And it's a little technical, but I strongly urge you to go there. If you don't have the email from this morning, you can message me or just go to Reach, REACH, Reach Films, excuse me, and check it out. So there you go. So there's the answer to that. Let's see what else. Let me see what I'm just seeing if any of you guys have any questions here that I can answer. Yep, we're shooting on Red Komodos, the new mini Red camera. Yes, hey, dude on the bridge. Yes. Of course, that is that was an Afrosian, and that was the president in Star Trek VI was an Afrosian, just like one of the actors on the Saratoga in Star Trek IV. That's the first time you see an Afrosian, and then you see him in Star Trek VI. The president is the same species. That was also in the FATSA game modules. They had some good pictures of Afrosian. So there you go. Let's see what else you guys say. The light. Yeah, unfortunately, I know there's a little glare up there.
I can.
Can you help that?
Hell yeah! You kidding me?
This is Dana's house, so he knows what to do.
On a little flare.
Lens flare. Shut it down. Oh my God! So someone up in New York is freezing their butts off. Val,
How's that?
well, we still got. It's like that light. It's that light over the bar. You may not do. It's not that bad.
Which one? This one?
Cardinal Sin says J.J. Abrams called. He wants his lens flare back.
It cost him.
Should I hold my camera in front of it?
I am not a vegetarian.
Smear some light off of it.
Oh, it's fine.
To create the.
Yeah, into the lens flare. I'm not a vegetarian. I generally don't eat red meat though. And I have a friend who's trying to get me to be vegetarian. It's kind of hard. I'm a chicken and fish guy, but I generally don't eat red meat. So there. Well, that's right. I am definitely watching what I eat. Oh, there's Paul Osborne is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Oops. I don't know what these stars mean. I'm just scrolling down all your comments. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Paul's throwing you some kudos there.
I can't see the screen. What
He
is
says,
it?
Dana, one of the biggest stars of Axanar, not in front of the camera.
Right.
Right now, there are no plans to bring the Afrosian back, but yes, in the audio drama, so you can check in on them there. There you go. Frank, I'll talk to you about the uniforms later. Cardinal Sin has been a vegetarian since 1985. Wow, and a vegan since 2007. You say after the first month, it's a breeze. It's finding the food. I just, whenever I'm, if I'm hungry or something and I need a snack, I'll, get chicken nuggets or something, protein. I'm kind of doing the low carb thing. So, wow, doing that as a vegetarian would be tough. So, are you a meat eater?
I vacillate. I'm trying to be a pescatarian vegan curious.
But
When I go to Europe, they're so meat centric over there.
And
I fall off the wagon.
And here in Georgia.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I love barbecue.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And
So
so
it's tough.
Carolina barbecue, pork barbecue, or
Yes,
or
all
Texas
the above.
barbecue.
Korean,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Or Korean, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's Korean? Is Korean barbecue beef?
There's beef and there's.
But
chicken.
Korean barbecue is really more the way you prepare it, not because here in
It's
Georgia,
really not
barbecue
sauce.
it primarily is pork barbecue, right? Is it pulled pork here in?
Brisket.
Well, it's
Beef.
It's
Brisket.
big. It's big down here.
'Cause-
Yeah, you can do brisket and pork shoulder and ribs,
Ribs.
Yeah,
pizzas.
yeah, pizzas.
Oh God, you haven't had pizza until you've had one on the egg.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
The egg is a it's a grill
It's
right?
a smoker grill.
combo.
It's a
The big green egg.
ceramic. It's a ceramic cooking unit.
Super heavy. Watch your foot when
Yeah.
you're trying to help someone move it.
Oh gosh.
I guess you've been rolled over.
Yes. Steel toe.
Oh.
Gotta have the steel toe boots.
So what else are you doing? What's the last project you did before Axanar? Like what
As
what have
far
you
as,
done? Like what have you done lately acting wise?
Prior to this sequel to The Exorcist, Raj and I were in Black Adam.
Yes, you
Played
were.
wizards. We got to speak in an ancient made-up language.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the kid who plays the young Hurut, which is Rock's character, was narrating over it, and you can't really hear our impressive language skills.
Yeah.
that was made up.
Because I did hear Raj say Shazam. That's what I heard.
Yes,
But I
yes.
heard you guys had other stuff that got cut out.
Yeah, we had like a whole page.
Oh my
of
gosh.
stuff you can't, and it sounds kind of like Klingon, I think,
Oh, really?
because it's like that guttural.
Guttural.
Roots and kandach.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, look at that.
yeah.
You
yeah.
still remember that.
I can't forget it. It's in my sleep. I wake up.
You try.
You know.
Now, were you in makeup for that?
Yeah, I had pronounced brow. There's prosthetics. I don't know why there was so much, because they had this huge hood. It was so deep. They had to tape it to the top of my head to keep it from totally covering.
Oh,
it.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was surprised when people texted me and said, "Oh, I saw you in Black Adam." I said, "Really? Almost missed me." And I knew when I was supposed to come in. It was like, yeah.
I missed you. I saw Raj, but I missed you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll see you next time I don't watch that.
Well,
movie.
yeah,
I'll
don't
just
get
I'll
popcorn.
just scroll it just to get you,
Right.
just to see you.
Right. Well,
It
was,
and I guess we got no more Black Adam movies.
No.
They've canceled Black Adam.
wow.
Yeah, I know.
Is that cancel culture?
No,
No.
no, the new guy, James Gunn, came in and just is totally redoing the DC universe. So, all right. So what do you like movie wise? What are you? Are you a superhero guy, a sci-fi guy, rom-com? What do you like?
I'm not a superhero guy, but living in Atlanta where all the Marvel films are shot, I've gotten to watch more and I got to appreciate it because, man, they're hiring some A-listers who you wouldn't think would participate in a hero
Yeah,
type film, but man, they're flocking.
they're writing big checks, I'm sure.
Oh man, that's just
yeah.
throwing it right in their face.
Yeah.
How can you ignore that? But I've been fortunate to be able to work DC and Marvel Universe. I did WandaVision and Black Lightning, but yeah, that's what it's about. I'm probably see every month some audition to go on for a Marvel or a DC. But
Wow.
back to your question, I kind of like a little bit of everything except I'm not big on documentaries, but action, sci-fi. I'll do a rom-com or two. There's some good ones out there that I'm not crying on all of them, but yeah, there's some really.
What's
good writing.
okay? So give us your top 3 movies. What are your 3 favorite movies?
Anything with Christopher Walken,
Really?
true romance, things to do in Denver when you're dead, Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I think I'm a Quentin fan too. I like the way he kind of turned the script on its ear. Kind of
Yeah.
didn't follow the.
Yeah, we were watching Pulp Fiction today.
Oh,
Crystal had it on. I was like, oh, Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen that film since I saw it in the theater.
yeah.
But I was
Just
like,
watch. I'll be damned.
you got it down.
Yeah.
You got it down. More cowbell.
Yeah. Explore the whole space. Yeah. He's. It's going to be a sad day when he passes.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is-
He is so good.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't even have to say anything. It's like,
No,
oh, someone's
and
going to
now-
get messed up now.
yeah. And now you see Christopher Walken as an actor. You want him to be Christopher Walken. You don't want him playing someone else.
No.
You want him
No,
playing
you're paying
himself.
good money to see Chris be Chris.
Brainstorm,
Yes.
which was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Douglas Trumbull directed it, who directed Silent Running. Yeah,
Ooh, I forgot about that.
yeah. Natalie Wood was in that. Yeah, that was an interesting. And I guess did she die before they finished it, and so the ending was a little rushed or something. But yeah, that was really interesting movie because that's early on in the whole that was what, early '80s, so that was before the whole AI thing or computers really came into their into their own. I mean, it's before personal computing and iPhones. So yeah, that was a serious role for him, and he was also in The Dead Zone,
Right.
which is a really good movie with Martin Sheen.
Yeah. Was that the flotation tank? Or was that
No, you're thinking of Altered States with
Altered
William
States?
Hurt, who just passed away.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he just passed. Yeah.
Which one was the? He was.
He was.
Was he? Could he see the future? Or
That was Dead Zone.
The ice is
Right.
gonna break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is exactly it. Yeah. Exactly. That was which they turned into a TV series that was really good actually.
Yeah.
With with Anthony Michael
Michael
Hall.
Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
16 Candle guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a great movie. I'm such a 16 Candles fan. That's such a great movie.
And did Walken do any true sci-fi?
I'd have to go through his IMDb and see. I don't know. I can't think of it.
Yeah, me neither.
Anything like that. But yeah. So in sci-fi movies, what do you like? What are your? Give me a couple top sci-fi movies on your list.
I like the original Blade Runner.
Oh yeah.
I like the
Fantastic.
second one too.
Second one wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but the first one is just so it's got to be my favorite movie.
Yeah. What's that? The one with Kristen Stewart, Underwater. That's kind of sci-fi monster.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, Underwater, Dark Water. No, I can't remember. They were miles down, drilling.
Kristen Stewart from Twilight.
Twilight. Yeah.
All right, let's look her up on the IMDb. This is the best way to solve those issues.
Right.
All right, Kristen, Krist. There she is, Kristen Stewart. And here you go. Go look.
Meanwhile,
let's see. Meanwhile, let's check on what everyone's saying. Okay.
Underwater.
Oh, okay. Underwater, huh? Okay, I haven't heard of that one even. Alexander Richardson, our art director, says your Walken impression is spot on.
Mm.
Say hi to Alexander as Christopher Walken.
Alexander, thank you for your comment.
There you go. He was in Walken was in Stepford Wives, the remake, which is technically sci-fi,
Yeah,
but not
yeah,
really
yeah.
sci-fi. So there you
A
go.
remake.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was an original with Catherine Ross back in the 70s.
What a hottie.
She was, yeah, and married Sam Elliott, right? Didn't she marry Sam? Yeah,
I
she
think
married
you're right.
Sam Elliott. We see Sam Elliott, but I don't know, we haven't seen her in forever. Let's see.
Are zombies considered sci-fi?
No, I think that's more horror, but
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, right. I guess it depends on the zombies. I'm so over zombies. Let me tell you, kind of had it with zombies. Everyone's like, "Oh, The Last of Us. You got to watch The Last of Us because it's really good."
That's what
I hear it's really good. I'm like, all right. But that's why I said about Walking Dead. When did Walking Dead come out? 10 years ago. And I was like, I don't want to see a zombie.
Right.
My friend is like, Alec, watch the pilot episode. He said, just watch the pilot episode. I said, all right. He goes, it's not a zombie. I said, all right. And I watched the pilot episode. I was like, wow, this is really good. I was really kind of shocked. So now, have you been on Walking Dead?
I was not thin enough to be a zombie.
What?
Yeah.
You're scrawny.
Well, I'm not
In a good
scrawny
way.
enough. Yeah, I guess my
really?
collarbone wasn't protruding far enough. They have a measure. And I don't know. Yeah. But,
wow, you can be a zombie.
Yeah. They
sucks.
send you to Zombie U, I hear.
But what about like come on, you should be like, Haley was on it. Rob Hayes was on it. We need as much of the action on our cast on Walking Dead as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Haley, I guess, had one episode.
I always thought, man, Stephen Yeun should have had his father reunite and then get his entrails ripped out in front of him.
There you go. That would be good.
Because I'd love to give good death. I was in a movie with Pralgo, who plays Captain April. It was like a cop rogue. Pralgo owed money to some mobster. Anyway, I get popped in the chest.
Oh wow!
And it was good squib work, and I patterned my death after the guy in Scarface who was a crooked cop. Remember him? And he was very bold in front of Tony Montana, and Tony just shot him there at the table. And when he fell back and died, his foot came up and landed on the table. And that was my homage to him dying that way. It was a famous character actor. So I set it up with the stunt guys. I need that chair here because when I die, and it's like, you get hit, but it's like, what? Am I really? And then you realize you're going. I stumbled and fell back and my foot propped up. I go, yes. My homage to
Bad
I almost had his name.
Oh
yeah, this character actor who's been in everything.
Oh really? Now we got
yeah. You'll recognize his face if you saw it, but yeah, he's well known. But to me, that's my goal. I'm going to say it out loud right now. I'm going to send it to the universe. My goal is to be the new James Wong. The guy, the Asian guy who's in everything. If you look at his IMDb, like 5 decades.
Who's like 90 now.
Right. That's why there needs to be a
and he was wasn't he in Blade Runner? Is that James Wong?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Was that James Wong? I know
he was in Balls of Fury.
Yeah, right. No, I think he was in Blade Runner too. I think he was the eye guy in Blade Runner.
Oh,
now who's the Scarface guy?
Here. There it is right there. Robert Loggia.
Oh, Robert Loggia. He is.
Right?
He is.
Right?
Yes. What a legend.
I know.
A great voice too. Oh yeah.
Recognizable face. But
yeah.
James Wong
he just
needs to be replaced. Oh, James was in Everything All at Once.
Oh, was he?
He played
Jesus.
the father.
Really?
How many? 300 plus on his
I can't
IMDb credits.
let's see.
Yeah.
James Wong.
Yeah,
no, that's the wrong James Wong. There he is. Oh, wait, no, is that him? No. Wait. Is that his name, James Wong?
Hong.
Hong.
You know. Oh, I see. I can say something racist, or can I? Well,
You can do whatever you want.
People,
Yeah, here, James Hong. Right. He was he was
rhymes.
born in 1929. So that makes him what? 92, 3, 93,
Yeah.
94. He's 94 now? Holy crap. And when you look at his
And he can still memorize lines.
oh my God. Yeah, look at all the stuff everything everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
I'm
sure he's done some sci-fi. He probably in
I
a
think
few Star Trek.
Christopher Lee was in his 90s when he did the last.
What Lord of the Rings? Was he that?
Yeah, he was well into his 90s.
I mean, he has 451 credits.
Boom.
451.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
What a career that guy's had.
Yeah, I mean, look, just going back
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, he's guest starred on everything. There was Blade Runner, right? He was in Blade Runner. There he goes. But that's not. I mean, that's like halfway through his career.
Right.
Let's see what.
But
1954, he was on You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. I mean, look at this. That's just crazy.
I have a friend in the neighborhood who sometimes will introduce me to people. Oh, yeah, this is Vince. If you see an Asian guy on the screen, it's probably him. Not yet, but hopefully
Get
that way.
Look at it's just his credits are just go on
Yeah, very impressive.
on and in so many different the director, writer, little of everything. Wow. So
Never been in Star.
okay, so we're kind of winding down. So let me just check if there are any questions. Any questions for Vince?
Fran, what are you doing?
I'm 2 degrees separated from Andrew. Who is the guy? When he was a tailor in what spinoff? Deep Space? No. Who? Where did they have a tailor?
Andrew Robinson?
Him.
You're related to him?
No, 2 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Separation.
I was going to say you don't look anything like him.
I worked with a guy.
Yeah.
Who was in college with him, did summer stock with him.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're still friends.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And he was telling me how Andrew couldn't get work after that appearance in Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry, because
he played such a good job.
He talks about that too. That if you guys haven't watched Shuttle Pod podcast, which is Dominic Keating and Connor Trenier, it's awesome, and they've got all the Star Trek stars coming on. And anyway, Andrew Robinson was on there, and he talks about that. He was like distraught because he was getting typecast and no one would hire him, and he was so good in that. So convincing. And then he came back, and then I forgot what it was that he gave it up, and he went and he tried to be a carpenter, couldn't do that, and then he got hired to do something else that relaunched his career. Mm-hmm. So he's amazing. He is just such an amazing actor.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And he taught at USC. He just finished. He just retired. Yeah, he spent like the last 20 years teaching acting at USC. So he's not something else. So Dana's dog has come in.
Cute.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Brago, how are you doing, my buddy? I know you're such a good dog. Such a good dog. So, well, what's next? What's next for you? Oh, can you see? Can you guys see? There's Brago. Brago.
He wants to be on camera, I guess.
There he is. There's Brago. Look at that puppy. What a cute little. Oh, Brago's such a sweet dog. Such There you go. So
like that. You can't do that, friend.
Well, we'll listen. What we'll do is we'll make sure that this is corrected. So it has. I changed the title. We'll change the title online and put the correct attributions in so you guys can watch it again. Sorry for the screw up there. Cardinals, you're obviously new. Welcome. Nice to have you aboard. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. I wrote the audio play because it's the script. It's basically the script we wrote for the movie. So I wrote it. A couple others helped with that script, including David Gerald and late Dave Glanter and Bill Hunt and a few others contributed. basically it was my script. So yeah, so there you go. It's basically the movie script is what it is. So we'll be, yeah, there you go. So Jay from How Are You? It's good to see you here. James Hong and Samuel L. Jackson are in every movie. One or the other. It's like one or the other needs to be in your movie. Carlson says, I'm not new. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Braga wants pizza. I'm sure he does.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't eat human food.
No, he doesn't. No, you don't give it to him, or he doesn't like it.
Well, if you drop something, he usually just ignores it.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
That's no kind of
That's a
dog.
lot.
That's
I tell you, that's a lot of
persnickety.
self-control.
Yeah, right?
My dogs will eat
I don't
anything.
think he's not interested in it.
He doesn't. Oh, that's because you feed him well. So, all right, everyone. That is Axanar Confidential for tonight with our special guest, Commander Tanaka, Vince Canlas, who you'll see more of, I am sure. And I can't wait for you to see his performance on screen because it's awesome. And both in the bridge scene that we shot, as well as the next 2 episodes. So, and literally Mark Edward Lewis is cutting what we shot last weekend. He's already putting it together, pulling in all the stuff. We have 10 of 17 actors shot, finished. So we're about 60% done as far as the number, 10 out of 17 is 58.9% or something like that. So we're almost 60% done. Probably a little less when you count the number of lines. But nonetheless, we're over halfway there and we're excited and we're planning the LA shoot. And after the LA shoot, there'll be a 1-day shoot here in Atlanta to finish me and whatever else is left. And then this fall, we are going to have Wrap Party Weekend in LA. It'll be a 3-day event. We'll tell you all about it. We're going to go to Vasquez Rocks. We'll go to Paramount and see Paramount Studios. And then we've got a day of filming in LA for all the donors. And then hopefully we'll show you an early cut of Axanar. And hopefully Axanar will be out by the end of the year. So there you go. Right. So James Hong was in Big Trouble in Little China. Yes, he was with
Right.
James Liu. That was James Liu's first.
Really?
Yeah, it was his. Were you in it?
No.
Oh.
I couldn't get a lampshade to fit my head.
So yeah, James Liu. That was his big break.
What did he?
He was doing stunts.
Okay.
He was doing stunts. I guess.
Wow.
Who is that? Is that Carpenter? Was Big Trouble in Little?
John Carpenter?
Anyway, he met him, and back then in the 80s, there was a very small Asian community in LA, and the same guys did. He was like, once you were in that, you did everything that they needed Asians. You were in. You were the so he did.
Especially if you knew James Hong.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He'd walk you right in.
Oh my God, James Hong. All right, we're gonna have to have James Hong do an appearance in Axanar. Wouldn't that be good?
I'll ride him.
Yeah. Okay. Right. See what you can do. All right, everyone. That's it for now. Live long and prosper. We appreciate it. Thanks to Dana for hosting us. Thanks for Vince for coming on. And apologies for the mix-up, but we'll make sure we get it right next time. We'll test everything a little earlier. All right, guys. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
And if you need anything, you know where to get me. Alec@axanar.com. All right. Take care.
So these